Hello again. Have you ever known anybody who you knew that they were living out their purpose? They were making a difference in the lives of other people to such an extent that it was noticeable, and especially noticeable from the people that they were impacting and they were affecting. And it might not have been their job, it might not have been their vocation, but it certainly, you could see, was their avocation. It was something they were interested in. It was something that they poured themselves into. It was something that really made a difference in their own life to make a difference in the other person's life. See, when we're living our purpose, we're not necessarily living out our day-to-day earning potential. We're making a difference from something internal. It's not an external thing as much as it's an internal thing. We have to make a value judgment sometimes. What's more important, how I earn my living or the difference I make in my life? Now, that's not meant to minimize earning a living. We all have to earn a living. It's necessary to earn a living. But beyond earning a living, what is it that we're learning to do that's making a difference in somebody else's life? What is it? It's at the core of our being that we would really like to say, you know what? I have experienced this freedom. I have this insight. I have this understanding. I have these experiences, and I believe my experiences could make a difference in somebody else's life. You've been through something. You've experienced something. You've learned something. You know something that is not just for you, but it's for somebody else. You really have to come to the place where you ask the question, when is less really more? It might not be something that we spend 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week or 75 hours a week pouring our life into to get a paycheck in return or to get some kind of return so that we can pay our bills and live our life and enjoy the things that we have and the things that we still want to possess. But how about the 2 hours a week or the 4 hours a week or the 6 hours a week that we have that we really don't pour into anything except relaxation? Or maybe we pour it into television, or maybe we pour it into something that really doesn't make a difference in us or anybody else. What do we do with that time to make a difference? I believe we all have something on the inside of us that is not only a desire, but that is an intentional purpose for us to live out and for us to live into. And that intentional purpose always makes a difference in somebody else's life. That's not our vocation, but it can be our avocation when less is more. Jesus Christ, who is kind of the centerpiece, that's a terrible word to use, who is the centerpiece of all human history, understood his purpose and what he was here for, and it was multifaceted. He made these purpose statements during his time on earth. One of the first ones we see was recorded by his friend and follower John, where he says, I'm a good shepherd, and I have come that you would have life and that you would have it in abundance, or have it to the max, or have it overflowing. And I ask myself this question. I invite you to adopt this question for yourself. What part of my life am I not seeing overflowing? What part of my life, or my life in general, is not experiencing abundance? I'm not just talking about financial terms here or material terms here. I'm talking about in the essence of life, what we really know life is all about. Are we on the underside or are we on the upside? Are we on the plus side or are we on the minus side? What is it in our life that we're really kind of wishing there was more to? Sometimes we find the more in giving. As Jesus himself said, it's really a much richer experience to give than just to receive. Jesus also said this about his purpose: I have come to seek and to save that which was lost. Not who was lost, but what was lost. Jesus is here to redeem that. There is something in somebody else's life that they've lost or they can't find, that you are the intentional difference maker in their life to find what is lost. Maybe it's relationship, maybe it's purpose, maybe it's communion or togetherness. There's a lot of things that people lose along the way in life, or maybe they're even born into the poverty of, and they're without. And you are the difference maker. Jesus also said this. He said, I am sent. This is another purpose statement. I am sent to proclaim good news to the poor. That means that how the poverty is reversed with abundance. I have sent to heal the brokenhearted. I am sent to give recovery of sight to those that are blind or can't see, that I would be able to give them sight. I am here to heal that person or set at liberty that person who is oppressed, who is pushed down, to lift them up. I'm also here to proclaim the favor of God or the release from debt to anything except to love people. So I'm asking, what is it that you are here for? How could you finish the sentence? I have come that you might have what? I have come to seek and save that which was lost. What is lost that you have found that you can give to somebody else? What is the good news to somebody who is without, that is in your possession right now? What is it that could heal somebody that's brokenhearted? What is it that could give insight to someone who can't see their way through something and they're confused and they're lost, they're in a fog? What is it that you could take somebody who is bruised and battered and pushed down and oppressed and maybe abused and give them something that would lift them and liberate them and cause them to feel love? What is it? What is your purpose? That's what I'm asking you. Not what is your job, but what are you here for? Let me say this. I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue. It's rooted in reversing the curse of people's lives. It's rooted in reversing the plight of people's journey. It's rooted in reversing the burden that people carry. You are the presence of Christ in the earth. You have messiahship on you. You are sent to somebody to maximize their life. You are sent to somebody to speak in to their pain. You are sent to somebody to restore that is lost. I'm Phil Underwood, and I hope you'll stick with me in these conversations on purpose. We've been out for a while, but now we're back and we're catching up. This is the catch-up session, or mustard session, whatever you want to say. Oh, that was really stupid, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, don't write me letters on that. I'll see you again 3 times right here this week, and we've only got 3 days left in Epic, Living a Better Life.